Alright, what's up, chat? We back with two trades that I took since I was gone. Um, yeah, I had things to do, so I like couldn't keep making trade recaps. But we will do it after that. So I took one at Friday, and damn, let me see. I think the first one that I didn't recap was on. Sorry, let me see. 3 days ago. No. Wait. Should be. What the fuck? 179. 710. I don't know, man. Yeah, I think. Hmm. This sale. Yeah. Yeah, it was on Thursday. Um. but let's do the trade recap on Friday. This was the break-even trade that I took, and I think I would have been stopped out on my MetaTrader. We had this low resistance liquidity, and on Nasdaq, on S&P, we were so up, like down towards the size, or off the size. Look, like on 10.2. Let's see on S&P 10.2. Damn, like here, somewhere like here, and this was the high where we yeah, could have made a SMT, but regardless, I think we swept those, right? Yeah, we swept those. But still, just wanted to trade uh, on Nasdaq just because of this potential high time frame or whatever time frame SMT. And yeah, so we had this market open, we were so high up, we invalidated this SMT, and then so let's see, yeah, then we inverse this gap, and I just wanted to see the normal, trade entry. So we inverse this bearish gap. Oh wow, I didn't saw that. I didn't saw that. Maybe I saw that, but yeah, I will explain. Yeah. Oh damn. But yeah. We had this SMT right here. This was the little SMT, and we came down to this 5 minute gap. The normal trade entry. Bang. This would have been our trade. Maybe stop loss. Nah, this would have been too close. Maybe at this 0.5 mark of the gap, or just this low but I think I wouldn't do that. But we had this 1 hour inverse that I wanted to see, because we had this potential SMT that we could have made. Oh wow, we filled this bullish gap. And we had this 1 hour gap. This is the gap that I wanted to inverse. What was that? 9 means 10. So I waited for 10, and after 10 I would have wanted to take a trade. And this was before 10. Yeah, that's why. But then I saw we filled this 5 minute gap. Look at that. Yeah. This 5 minute gap. Easy. Go into the 1 minute. Yo, this looks bad. Dang. everything down. So, and we inverse the 1 hour gap because we're so close to inverse that or not inverse that. And then yeah, we came up and I entered like somewhere like at this candle. This was a very tiny trade and quick trade. But after we swept those highs, I didn't took any profits. I just put my stop loss at break even somewhere like here. And yeah, this was a trade, man. Like my stop loss was at this fair value gap that refilled in 1 minute. And I think on the MetaTrader I would have been stopped out, I'm not gonna lie. And we made $0. So I can show y'all. Let me go on NASDAQ. Yeah. So we made like nothing and we lost like nothing. But this was the last trade on Friday. But we had also a trade on yeah, let's backtest that. On Thursday. I think this was a good one. Damn. 9:30, yeah. 3 and 8 for the Asia session, London session, New York session. And we can go see. I don't know what it was, but I think just bias. Can go to our journal. Not gonna lie, because I journal that. So this is New York, right? Yeah. We had this SMT and also yeah. Oh wait. High time frame Asia to New York high and low to low. This is the high time frame SMT. Going to 1 hour. Yeah, this was before market open, means 9. Yeah, we had the 1 hour SMT within a lower time frame SMT, and I just wanted to take shorts up to damn, I don't know. Yeah, low resistance liquidity. Low resistance liquidity here. Damn, too good for that. The first low, I didn't took partials of that, but here. This is blue. Let me get that off. Do black. Respectfully. Praise Jesus. Alright, damn. Where did I took it off of? Oh wait. No, not to the yeah, here. No, I didn't took it till this low. I took it. Yeah, wait, what the fuck? Was it on the first day? I think. I don't think so. Yeah, it was. But what did I took it off of? I think equilibrium, right? So we had market open. Then oh, this is the 5 minute. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought this is the 1 minute. Damn. Yeah. So we had this higher time from SMT. We invest this gap, this 5 minute gap, one entry. So you could just took it off of that inverse, but what I did was my targets were this London plus Asia low. I I'm still too good. No, sir. So this was pretty near together. Yeah. I mean, high time frame SMT, lower time frame SMT, 5 minute inverse. Then I was like, we had this breaker block. Let's mark that. We filled this breaker block on the 5 minute. Let's go to the 1 minute. And on the 1 minute, yeah, we just filled that, not gonna lie. Let me see where I entered. Oh, no. I entered pretty late. Pretty late. But yeah, I think I just wanted to see a confluence to the downside. Yeah. So we filled this 5 minute gap. Then this is what I wanted to see, but I'm gonna explain why I entered right after we came to this. What is it called? Equilibrium. After we got reached out of this equilibrium, plus a breaker structure. Oh, we didn't make a breaker structure to the upside, so there's no to the downside. But yeah, this was my stop loss. Take profit till this high, low. Damn, did I really? Like, I'm not gonna lie. This should have been my take profit stop loss, but this wasn't a 3.6. Fuck. No. But this was the entry. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Look. My stop loss. I think my stop loss would have been here. Okay. I didn't like. We can go to the journal, but I don't think so, man. Let's go to the journal. On the 10th. 797 10 7 here. Yeah. Okay. So like yeah, I don't think so, man. I don't know why. I think this is oops. Alright. I think this is a bug or something. I don't know. But how the fuck I oh wait. Here it is. I got in too late. I didn't saw that. Yeah. This was a trade. This was a trade. Yeah, I took I think the last TP was this. So 2.18 and this would have made sense. That's why I made like $60 just off because I de-risked 0.3 I to like 0.3%. And yeah, I can like on S&P, look, we were so high up to sweep those highs because we had this Asia high, London high, and a pre-market high, and we weren't like this low to those lows on Asia and London, but on Nasdaq it was just the opposite, and my bias was just set on this SMT, even though S&P like showed us to go higher and to sweep London highs, and Nasdaq showed us like, all right, we want to get down. till this low, and we did both. I think we did both, right? Right, we did both. Yeah, my bias was set on this high time frame SMT. Like it's easy trade, easy trade. But if you would have taken a trade on the S&P, you would have won or won. Yeah, but we could have made also a high time, also another SMT. But I think we need to play the 1 hour SMT out in order to go high on Nasdaq, because we were so far down, you know. But yeah, W trade, chat, W trade. I hope you all understand why de-risked. I think this is easy to understand, you know, like S&P short us. All right, we want to get those highs, but Nasdaq, and on the other hand, we would just love to sweep those lows first, in order to go higher after that, and that's why I de-risked, because a potential SMT in other direction side on the S&P and in other direction way on the Nasdaq. All right, but SMT played out, our bias played out in our favor. Um, yeah, I think I'm pretty. I wouldn't say deep, but I'm in profit. You know, like 300 on the funded. I think 7 more, and we passed our funded account. I think the first phase, because I bought a 2-phase account. So first phase account, I would have been past that with a 10%. But yeah, it's looking really good. Alright, chat. I see y'all, man. Like, don't forget, this is all for the glory of Christ. Nothing what I'm doing right here is for myself. It's for Christ and for the others to help, because they need Christ and they need Jesus and they need some blessings in their life, and I can work for that. You know what I'm saying? I chat. Catch you on the next one. Peace out.